damn it. I should have known today was too good to be true. Up, Whitey Nerdigans. This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Domestic Not Kanojo, aka Domestic Girlfriend, chapter 276. And yes, this is the final chapter of this manga, but man, I gotta tell you, today was going so well for me. I was blessed with a fantastic Eden Zero chapter, a fantastic UQ Holder chapter, and a pretty goddamn good B-Stars chapter, but oh man, the manga gods just had to throw me in for a loop and test me by giving me the final chapter of Domestic Girlfriend today. Why couldn't you wait until tomorrow? Ugh. Anyway, so how I've been covering final chapters for manga as of late is I've just been, going straight into my live reaction for the chapter and then give my thoughts on the chapter and then the manga as a whole. And boy, do I got a lot to say about this manga as a whole. And depending on how bad this ending is, I might even have to do a live stream. Anyway, let's get to this chapter and see how we're gonna end this shit. The triangle of pure love ends here. Goodbye, adolescence. Hello, adulthood. A husband and a father. Oh, God. The 6 years battle ends here. It all ends here in marriage. Are you all ready? If you're ready, then we can go take a break with all the other relatives. Look, isn't she that actress? Which one? Who would come here at 10 o'clock on a Thursday? Miyabi, thanks for coming. I know you're busy. It's okay. After all, I was the one who told you to call me over. So this is the place. That means you're the chef, right? Yep. After all, the wedding is being held at our banquet hall. I suddenly remember, was it 2 years ago? When the producers brought me here and we stared at each other over in disbelief? I was shocked too. I knew you were really successful and popular on TV, but I never have thought you'd come here for a shoot. But after then, we did get pretty close as friends. Yeah, and we gossip about work all the time too. Although I heard your sister had an accident when I was still in university. I never thought she'd be able to recover so well. Why the fuck did she recover so well? Why? I don't understand this. Why? She should at least be in a wheelchair. This is some straight bullshit, Sasuga. Oh my god. I gotta stay calm here. I'm not gonna let this chapter ruin my good day. No. Not gonna let this happen. Yeah, HINA tried really hard. The doctor said that being able to recover her brain function was already a miracle. At least you put... Okay, you know what? I'm glad you put this here, Sasuga. The doctor said that being able to recover her brain function was already a miracle. She was... What? She was able to talk... What? She was able to talk again after half a year. Originally, they said she would be wheelchair-bound for the rest of her life, but she wouldn't give up. After 3 years of physical therapy, she could finally walk again. Really impressive. This is miraculous. This is I still say this is some straight bullshit. You can't say really try hard to get over this shit. You had severe brain damage. You can't recover like that. Especially after, 5 years of being in a vegetative state. The fuck? Sasuga, this is stupid. This is stupid. You know what? I'm glad you at least mentioned this, Sasuga. I'm glad that you mentioned that this shit was a miracle. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry because I'm frustrated again. Oh my god. Oh god. You know what? I'm gonna at least say thank you, Sasuga. putting this in here. This is stupid, though. You cannot say because she tried really, really hard. That's stupid. I'm sorry. That is stupid. The fact that she recovered her brain function and was able to wake up after being in a vegetative state, let alone being in a coma for 5 years, is bullshit. That is bullshit. If you would have told me she would have been wheelchair bound for the rest of her life, okay, I would have believed you on this shit. Would have been fine with this. You would have told me that she would have, like, the fact that she's able to talk again after half a year, I still, like, okay, let me reword this. If this would have been 6 months later or a year later, okay, I would believe you. But this is 5 years later. I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Sasuga. This is 5 years later. Not 6 months later, not a year later, not 2 years later, but 5 fucking years later. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Today's wedding, it's the reciprocation for all she's been through. Oh God, this is such bullshit. But compared to that, it was even harder to convince her to get married. It was harder to convince her to get oh my God, oh my God. It was harder for her to convince her to get married in the first place. Then why? What was the whole point? I've lost count of how many times we argued about it. Argued? Because she's just so stubborn. What do you mean you shouldn't? You really don't understand, do you? But you're the one that doesn't understand, Rui. Thank you! Oh my God! We got a point. Oh my God! Oh my God, Sasuga, the fact that you have HINA say this, thank you. Why did you guys call off the marriage just because I got in a car accident? And you guys already had a Ruka too. I really don't need you guys' consideration. Oh my God. Oh my God, thank you. Sasuga, thank you for having HINA say this. The fact that you're having HINA say this right now makes me really, you know what, that makes me happy. But at the same time, it's like, HINA, why the fuck you just move on? Seriously. This is the first time I've told anyone about this. After Kiria and Marie told me about Hinani at the hospital and I saw the rings, I knew right then how you must have felt and understood the heartaches you must have been through. And at the same time, I realized I could never beat you. Oh my God! That's so stupid! Rui! Again, Sasuga, you threw all that shit out the window. You threw it all out the fucking window. You threw it out the window. All that shit. That talk with Rui, that HINA. I hope HINA says something here, because this is stupid. This is so dumb. Rui, you are being stupid. This is stupid. Rui, you are being a retard. And if I get shit for saying that word, fuck you. I'm mentally disabled anyway. So, ha! Joke's on you. And fuck you for giving me shit for saying it. Because, my God, this is stupid. Oh my God, Rui, you're being dumb. I couldn't do the things you did. Natsuo is a very important person to me right now. So, I really hope Natsuo can be with the person who makes him the happiest and be with the person who cannot be replaced with anyone else. That's how I want to show my love. Oh my God! What do you think Natsuo did when he chose you? You stupid fuck! However, if you don't like Natsuo anymore, you can always reject the marriage. And this is why I'm angry that HINA did not move the fuck on. This really makes me mad. That's actually a dick move, that of course I still like him. So she finally accepted Natsuo's proposal because you guilt-tripped him into... not guilt-tripped him. You guilt-tripped her into it. That's why, Rui. It's your fucking fault. Sounds really complicated. really stupid. It's only complicated in the beginning. Oh, Rui, you're here? Quick, go check out the kitchen. Someone call me? Sorry, I know you're busy, although I think it's great. What do you think? Oh, wording's holy shit, sorry. So, I'm just so mad. Sorry, I know you're busy. Can you give this a taste? Although, I think it's great. What do you think? Let me try. It's great. I swear to God, Rui, I want to slap Rui across the face. She's a fucking idiot. How's the preparation going for Hinani? Perfect. Now everyone is ready. Well, Mommy, look. I took a lot of photos. Hold on. Oh, by the way, Haruka is cute as hell. Hold on, Haruka. Hina looks gorgeous. She does. But Rui, how is it? Yeah, very pretty. Are you okay? Sorry, it's just Hinani looks, so happy. You want to swap? Dude! You... Dumbass. You look really, really happy. So I'll be happy too. No, you're doing the... Oh my God. Rui is doing the same thing that Hina's doing. Oh, that Hina was doing. Oh my God. This is really pissing me off. Oh my God. Well, you know, I will say this, Sasuga. You're giving me one thing that I wanted, which was a wedding. It is the wrong wedding, but you're giving me a wedding. So I can't hate that. But you aren't giving me vows, which really pisses me off. Oh God. Why aren't you giving me vows? I just can't fucking win. I can't goddamn win. I get a wedding, but I get no vows. Why is this so hard? Why is it so hard to give me vows? Come on, man. I'm back. It's so hot outside. Welcome back. Mom just called and told me that she has to work overtime, so she'll be home late today. Okay, it must be so nice for Daddy to work at an air-conditioned room. Didn't I tell you this morning you still haven't shaved? My deadline for the magazine is coming up soon. So damn sloppy. You dare to say Hina doesn't mind? Haruka, it's almost time to talk to Daniela soon. Right. Oh, Daniela's a baby and she's cute. Hi Hal, how's everything? Good, thank you. How about you? You've got a package. Natsuo-kun, you've got something from the publishers. Yes. It's the new samples. It's going on sale next week. Is this the work you've been writing since last month, based on us? Yep. Oh my God. Although it's fiction and I changed a lot of the details with the end product, I'm still a little scared about it. Normal stories are pretty boring anyway, so won't this be interesting? Thanks to you, Hina, for letting me hear your experiences. Nah, thanks to you for listening to me talk. I also remembered a lot of things. When we were dating, when we broke up, and when you protected me. I remember, damn, that was what I was thinking back then. It was, like taking a walk past, all the times we were together. Me too. This was a good opportunity to let me understand Hina and Rui's feelings and thoughts a bit better. Oh my God. Natsuo, you look like a jackass right now. You really do. Oh my God, you really look like a jackass. Oh right, even though it wasn't written in the book, but I've been recently thinking, when I was in the car crash, that was right after I got the headline about you taken out of the newspapers. I thought this way I could secure Natsuo's Kun's happiness. I could finally relax knowing that what I did would not bring any more trouble to those that I love and care about. But even though the accident happened, I don't regret a single thing that I did. Although many of my wishes didn't come true and I cried over them, but even so, being able to fall in love with you, I'm really glad it happened. And in the future as well, these feelings will never change. Hina, you're fucking stupid. You are oh my God, Hina. So, can I read this book now? Of course. And of course... Yeah. I figured you were gonna do this. And of course it's called Domestic Not Kanojo. Yeah, Sasuga. Figure we're gonna go this route. Okay. Let me give you thoughts about this ending. This ending is actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I know, right? It's weird. I didn't think it was gonna be as... This was not as... And it's not worse either. But I gotta say, oh my god. First off, let me say the good things about this ending. You actually explained the shit with HINA, which, okay, good. Happy you explained all the stuff with HINA about how she recovered and all that. Unrealistic? Sure. But at least you explained it. Thank you for answering that question. You didn't answer all of it to an extent, but you answered it, but you somewhat answered it, Sasuga, so I'll give you that. The other thing I will give you is HINA telling Rui off. Because HINA was saying what we were all thinking, that Rui was a fucking idiot. That Rui did the one thing that HINA did not want her to do, which was sacrifice her happiness for her sake. So, thank you for giving us that. God, I'm crying because I'm very frustrated. God. Okay, the other thing that at least you gave us was the wedding. At least you gave us a wedding, so can't complain too much about that either. Now let's get to the cons. There are a lot of them. One, you made Rui look like a the ending in for like the last few chapters of this manga, you made Rui look like a retard and a jackass. You made Natsuo look like a retard and a jackass, and then it makes me raise the question: why didn't you just have Natsuo listen to Hina's confession? Why? Because then the reason why I have to bring that up is, if you would have had Natsuo listen to Hina's confession, then we wouldn't have been wasting our time with Rui. Because that's what it feels like to me. To me, it feels like all this Rui content that we had, all this great content and growth that we had, and all this shit that Togen taught us, and you guys brought this up in the comment section, so I gotta bring it up here. All this stuff with Togen, about the lesson, sorry, I'm gonna cry, because that lesson really meant a lot to me. Oh, God. That lesson, when Togen died, about moving forward, which really was important to me, because of what I'm going through, and what I've been going through. I feel like you threw it, not I just feel like, but a lot of people seem to feel like it too. It feels like you completely threw that all away. It feels like everything from Natsuo's, all the depression and everything that Natsuo went through, everything, it feels like you just threw it all the fuck away. And it feels like, and the other thing that pisses me off, I'm sorry, I'm crying from frustration, but my God, this makes me really upset, is that you could have done something, you could have made this very powerful, especially with Hina's story, with, in regards to moving on. You could have done something with Hina where Hina moved on and found someone better. You could have done that. And that would have shown people, that would have been a very strong message to a lot of women, including, not just women. It could have been a strong message to like everybody that was going through a breakup, that there's someone better out there for you, and to not pine for somebody. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was Hina for a while, where I was in a 3-month relationship, was best friend, and this was with my first boyfriend. I was best friends with the guy for 3 years, and went out with him for about 3 months. Thought he was the love of my life. I really did. And he broke up with me 3 months later, and I was devastated. And I'm and I went through, it was horrible for me. And then I met, Brian, when did I meet Brian? I want to say I met Brian, like, less than a year later, and I was able to move on. It took and I was able to move on and still be able to be friends with my ex. And it turned out my ex, similar to Natsuo, still had feelings for me. But because I was in such a better place and I was so happy and I felt so secure that I was able to, because he was trying to, break me up, break up my relationship at the time, I said no. And I was done with that, and I cut him off. I was completely done. And he even told me that it wasn't worth being friends with him, that he was trying to get back with me. And I'm just very disappointed, because you could have done something like that, Sasuga. You could have done something like that, and you didn't do it. And that's very, very... You could have done that with HINA, and that is extremely disappointing that you didn't. And people were telling me that the endgame was good, that you planned HINA to be endgame before you introduced Tanabe. And if that's the case, then why did you waste our time? Why did you waste our time with us investing in Rui? Why? And I'm saying this from, yes, I am I was pro Rui. But I'm saying this from an unbiased opinion. Why did you waste our time? You wasted a good chunk of our time. You wasted Natsuo's growth from that relationship too. You did. You wasted all of that goddamn time. And then, as I said, going back to that shit with HINA when she confessed, and Natsuo said no, he didn't want to hear it until he got his emotions back in order. Because he wasn't ready to hear it. Why? Why didn't you have HINA confess then? If you would have had HINA confess then, you wouldn't have been wasting everybody's time with the Rui shit. And that's why I'm fucking pissed. Especially when you had it here as well, where it is very clear that Rui is still in love with Natsuo. I'm very, very disappointed. I'm very angry. And God, like before the person in my comment section mentioned that that you plan on having HINA being endgame since Tanabe stuff, I was worried that this was part of something that I've been calling the Gotoba no Hanayomi effect, where there was a major backlash when, sorry I'm spoiling Gotoba no Hanayomi, but you should have finished it by now. There was a huge backlash when Yotsuba was chosen from, the other girls' fan bases, and then we never learn what's been going on. There's after the girl was chosen and we never learn, there's all these alternative endings going on, and I personally, my opinion is that's the response to Gotoba no Hanayome, the outrage towards that, and I was thinking maybe this was that too, but man, but based on what's been going on, what my comments have just been telling me, that's not the case. But my God, I'm gonna say this right now, the only character that's coming out winning right now of this manga, and I hate to, and this is just it, and it's crazy to say, is HINA. HINA's the only one that's really coming out winning. With this ending, HINA's the only one coming out winning out of this. She even, and this is considering how stupid HINA was being. HINA's the only one coming out winning of this, out of all of this shit. Even though she should not even be with Natsuo, considering how much of a jackass he's being. God. Oh my God. Again, overall, I will say this, ending-wise, this ending could have been a lot worse. This is not the worst ending in the world. It is not. But, again, I'm glad Hina told Rui that she was being fucking stupid. I still hate, the only, like, what would have made this ending better for me is if you would have kept Hina wheelchair bound. If you would have kept Hina wheelchair bound, I would have been fine with that. Just because she shouldn't have been able to walk ever again. I don't like the explanation for how she's able to recover like this. That pisses me off. That's the main thing that besides Rui being retarded, how Hina was able to recover really makes me mad. I know it's stupid. I know it sounds dumb, but God, it really frustrates me. And the explanation for it being is because she worked really, really, really hard is stupid. You could have said something else. You could have given me some. And again, as I said, if this would have been like a 6-month thing or a year thing, or maybe and you know what? I'll even give it a 2-year thing, where Hina. This is where I'm saying Hina woke up from the vegetative state within like a year, maybe 2 years tops. I would buy this explanation. But this was 5 years. I can't buy this explanation, Sasuga. Yes, I know this is fictional, but god damn it, at least make it somewhat realistic. That's why I said I would have given you 2 years. If it would have been 2 years, fine. But God, man, I'm very curious what you guys think. This ending, this ending did not end up being as bad as I thought it was going to be. This ending could have been so much worse. But man, I'm still goddamn disappointed. I'm really disappointed in you, Sasuga. Overall, this manga was a huge, this manga was a huge disappointment. I feel like all the Rui stuff should have been cut out, and this should have just been flat Hina. This should have been all about Hina. Cut the Rui stuff, please. Like after, you know what? Let me word it this way. After Rui broke up with Natsuo, cut off the Rui content and have it where Hina confessed to Natsuo and have them get back together there. Don't waste anyone. Don't. I'm sorry, this really makes me upset because I really hate that my time was wasted like this, investing in a character. You really pissed me off like this. I hate getting upset like this. You wasted so many people's time like this, Sasuga. You should have, again, have Hina confess there, cut all this Rui content out after Hina's confession, have Kajita be the one to go save Rui, and have Kajita get with Rui, have Hina get with Natsuo, and have everything else play out the way it did. That's what I think. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerd Against Ink. If you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive, so I can keep bringing you more manga content, there's a few ways you could do that. You can donate to my Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, and purchase something. Cash App, GoFundMe, Patreon, PayPal, purchase something on my Amazon list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, follow me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.